Hi, and welcome to Theory Thursday. We are just waiting for that sound check from our lovely sound chick hiding over there on the other side of there. And we got a thumbs up. So we are live and we're making noise and everyone can hear us. Yay!
Yeah.
Today on Theory Thursday, I wanted to talk about something that has been rolling around in my brain case for quite some time. Uh, and It's anecdotal. Okay, there's an anecdote. Um, those of you who know me know I'm a perpetual student in music, and I'm currently enrolled in Scott's Bass Lessons, the largest online school for music, let alone bass. It is, whether or not you agree or you like it, tough shit. It's just one of the things that exists, and that's something you're gonna have to deal with. Um, so, uh, I was on a seminar with Michael League the other day, Monday, and he was taking questions for a Q&A, and I had mentioned, because he was talking about time and whatnot, and I was like, yes, I get it that recording yourself and looking at the actual recording, looking at the visual cues of the recording will let you know if you have time or if you're operating in time. But how close in the microscope do you have to look at it? How critical do you really have to be? As far as perceptibility, I feel like it feels like it's in time. It feels like it's right. But when I go and I blow up the uh, the audio and I look at it visually, I'm off by it's microseconds, literally. But how much do I really have to file in before I can go? Okay, well, I have this skill down, and it's time for me to move on and start working on other skills, and still work, of course, on the same skills that I'm perfecting, but maybe have them be in the back burner and really focus my attention on learning new things, learning different things, or improving other things that I still need massive amounts of improvement in. And all that long story, that 3-minute story,
Back around.
is going to come back around to your business and what you're doing to generate money. Because similarly, in business, I have a billion ideas. The amount of ideas to the creative mind are limitless. You can do everything. You can, in your mind, you can do everything. You can get everything. You can run every angle, and you could uh, hope that one of them picks up, and boom, you have a career that, and you don't have a boss, and everything is sunshine and unicorn farts and all that shit. But the reality is that 9 times out of 10, you have all of these ideas, and you start all of them, and you don't bring any of them to 100%, not a single one. And then they all fail, and you sit there and you go, well, look at me, I'm a fucking failure. And I'm going to tell you this guy right here did it. So you can't, I'm not telling you, oh, I didn't do that and you're a dumbass for doing it. I am a dumbass. I did it. I've done it plenty of times in the employer-employee relationship that I was in. I overstretched my ability and forced myself into positions that I probably should not have forced myself into, uh, because I had all these ideas of all these things I could get done, and I'm gonna go and do them, not realizing that every single thing that I do takes time, takes a piece of the day away with it, and um, my attention has to actually be on those things. So I was I was performing, but I was performing at a level that um, could not be completed in 8 hours at my day job. So I was staying at work for 12, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week just to get what I considered the bare minimum of my job done, without realizing that I was setting myself up for failure across the board. And fortunately, well, unfortunately, but fortunately for the situation, 2020 happened, and I gained much needed perspective on what was really important and why was I doing this to myself. And I know why, and I'm going to tell you it's probably the same for you, person watching this. I spent my entire life, my entire young life, being conditioned that you work hard and you're successful. And I'm going to tell you this right now. You do have to work hard to get successful, but the harder you work doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be successful. It usually means the harder that you work, you're going to fail. The harder you're going to fail, the more spectacularly you're going to fail. We're all conditioned with this. I hate to break it to you. It's part of public schooling. It's part of American society that, you get up, you go to work, you work all day, you go home, you you eat dinner.
Watch, rinse, repeat.
You eat dinner, you sit in front of the television, watch your fucking shows, jerk off, go to sleep, do it all again the next day. That's literally life for 99.9999999% of Americans. And it's wrong. It's not how people are supposed to live, and it's a recipe for failure. So, if you're out there and you have a business of your own, if you're listening to this, if you hear this, you're not alone. You may own your business alone, but you're not alone. There's people around that will help you, that will let you know if you're going too far, if you're doing too much, if maybe backing it off, you'll have a better chance at success with less projects. I know the shotgun philosophy seems like it should work. All the things you're doing are going, something's got to hit, right? But you can even miss with a shotgun. So keep that in mind. Diversify, of course, but you don't need to spread yourself so thin that you're destroying yourself. And that's what a lot of people end up doing. That's how a lot of people end up going right back to the employer-employee relationship, because they can't get anything to get traction. And the reason why is because they're not giving enough attention to any one thing to give it traction. Donnie, got anything to add to that?
No, eloquently well said.
Oh, wow, there's somebody here. Or is that you double dipping?
It might be me double ducking.
Donna, getting the double dicks in.
I know that our friend Tom shared it. So
that's cool. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. So we're sort of counterintuitively, since I went through this and it's only been 9 minutes. Sort of counterintuitively, I'm going to say that I am doing a second podcast. The first podcast, Comfortable Lives, is going to be coming back to life on the RLM platform, Real Liberty Media, and that's more of a to help new management get a foothold, and as a little thanks to the person who originally opened it, Grim. So that's going to be there. And I'm going to get back onto doing that on a weekly basis, but it's going to be changing a little bit. I'm not going to be doing a shit ton of homework for each episode, because there's just no time. It's going to be more of I'm going to collect up some news articles. I'm going to read through them, and I'm going to start talking about the things that which are being presented to us as fact, even though they're not. And aside that, on the Anchor platform, and you'll be able to find this on Spotify, on Apple, on Google Play eventually, Google Podcast, and there are a bunch of other ones that I'm going to be basically syndicating myself to for other purposes, and that's going to be called the Blasphemous Pope. That is going to get started soon. We did a preview. You can find it. Hold on. Let's just do that. I'll.
Do you have it handy? Yeah.
Yes, I do. Put it here in the comments so that you all can see it, click it, and what have you. And then I will also, put it on the screen itself. And you can go and check out the preview there at Anchor. That'll give you all the information of what this is going to be about. The preview is a whole 50 seconds long. So it's not going to be that much of an investment of your time, and you can really get an idea of what's going on with that. And there's that. I mean, ta-da! That was only an added 2 minutes. Yay! 3 minutes. Woohoo! God damn. Cigarettes in the other room. Aside that, I do have another venture, which is more of a passion project because of the fact that it's something that I do very well. A friend of mine had reached out about getting together a weekly menu for her to be able to provide food to be able to provide planned feeding of her family, specifically their dinner. What I'm doing is I'm basically assembling the recipes, literally, like with words. I'm not cooking everything for her, and explaining what she needs to go and get from the store to complete these recipes, the prep work that needs to be done so that she can prepare all of these. She can prepare all of these meals in advance, get all the cut work done, and then just easily take a kit out of the refrigerator and have dinner ready within 15 minutes. Basically, I'm showing her how to be a line cook for her whole family. That is going to be a paid service that I'm going to be offering. Apparently, because she keeps talking about it to her friends, and all of her friends sound like they're very interested in having someone with a culinary background plan their meals, tell them exactly what they need to shop for, and how to put it all together to make, restaurant quality food. The only difference between me and restaurant quality food is I'm actually portioning food properly, and I'm not over portioning like they do at restaurants to get you to go to restaurants and buy more food and spend more money. I'm trying to make the world a better place and less fat. So there you go. So if anybody's interested in anything like that, most of my recipes are focused on balancing the food intake through phytonutrients, basically defining what nutrients you're getting by the color of the food that you're eating, specifically when it comes to fruits and vegetables, in order to better balance your diet and protect yourself from everything from hypertension, high blood pressure, boost your immunity, and all of the other things that you can easily start managing by having a proper diet. And maybe possibly people will not be so ready to jump on the train of put a shot in me because I'm sick. Maybe. I don't know. That's not really my goal. My goal is to create recipes, create menus, and give people shopping lists so that they can reduce the amount of time they're spending
Yes.
gathering, guessing, and spend more time with their families, doing things they enjoy doing, or what have you. So there you go.
Actually, I can give him a testimony, a testimonial.
Donna eats all the food I make, so
I do, and I have celiacs, so it's really restricted on what I can eat in a way. So he makes it look easy. He just
well, that's the other thing. Part of my experience was in a restaurant that respected people's allergies. Well, in many restaurants that respected people's allergies, and in that sense, I'm bringing that to this. If you have special dietary considerations, I am treating it like that's a life or death scenario. And the test run, the person I'm doing a test preview of this for, so that I can get an idea of how I can refine this process down. Her husband is diabetic, and one of her children is overweight, and the other child is underweight. So it's pretty much testing the challenge of how to give enough food to one person and less food to two other people, and enough food to get them to not snack. I'm kind of
snap.
I'm kind of curious how this is going to work out, but as far as like advertising, launching it, I don't think I'm going to be doing like a hard launch type of thing. I'm going to ease into it, and once it shows that it's sustainable, then I'll do like a hard launch and tell everybody and be like, this is my culinary experience, and this is what I'm doing, and if you're interested in this is what it costs, and blah, 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 blah.
I'm the lucky recipient of a lot of this. I eat very well. I have no complaints.
So there's that. Speaking of which, I gotta cook dinner, and we got some work to do on the podcast, and I've got to finish making this menu up, making the recipes up for the menu, so that this way I can deliver on that product and do that test run, and hopefully by the new year I will be able to accept clients in a real sense. And there's that. Everybody out there, stay safe. Don't let the man get you down. Bye. Say bye, Donna.